You know, when I was a defense lawyer and I represented trucking companies, I remember getting a call in the middle of the night, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I'm licensed in Florida and Georgia. This case happened to be in Albany, Georgia, and I got a call from a trucking company at 2:30 a.m. saying, "Hey Les, we just had one of our trucks run over a pedestrian and kill him." Within 4 hours of me getting a call. Now, I'm living in Tallahassee at the time. Albany, Georgia is a good 2.5, 3 hours north. Within 4 hours, I'm on the scene. I've got my accident reconstruction expert. I've got my photographer, professional photographer out there to document things. I've got a private investigator out there. We are interviewing everybody that's out there. We're interviewing law enforcement. We're also isolating the truck driver. We're getting him away from talking.
Right.
Because, you know, people, I just looked down for a second. They make that statement. Next thing you know, it goes on a record. So on the defense side of things, we're trying to isolate that driver so they don't say anything off the cuff that could come back to haunt them. Right. But at the same time, we're also locking down the scene. We're locking down the truck. We're locking down the evidence. We're talking to anybody that's on the scene. We're canvassing the area. Before the sun even comes up, we have a very good idea of what's going on.
Right. So just to be clear, the trucking company just reported the accident to their insurance company.
That's right.
And that's what they did, what every responsible party is supposed to do.
That's right.
It's the insurance companies who are ahead of the game, and they have this great lobby that allows them to have laws written in a certain way that they can actually get out into the scene and gather all this information, whereas the person who's actually injured or their family who is suffering a loss, they're going through some type of grief, putting the pieces back together,
and the last
thing that they're thinking of.
It's the last thing they're thinking of.
And that's the first thing that an insurance company is thinking
of. You know, but if you find yourself in that situation, or if you have a family member or a friend or a neighbor that finds themselves in that situation, I promise you, they are not going to be thinking about getting legal representation when something like that happens. They're not going to be doing it. Do your friend, do your family member, do them a favor. Say, look, I know you don't want to think about this right now. I know you need to take care of what's most important. Go ahead and get a lawyer involved. It's not going to cost you anything. And at a minimum, you know you're going to have somebody that knows what they're doing, knows how to document things, knows how to find the evidence and build the case working for you. So